Imagine a world where Manchester United, one of football's greatest clubs, wasn't owned by tycoons, royals, or global investors, but by a military dictator. It sounds absurd, like something pulled from a dystopian novel, but in 2009, that world almost became reality. A billion-dollar bid, born out of obsession and cloaked in secrecy, was quietly taking shape behind closed doors, far from the pitch, far from Old Trafford, and deep within the corridors of a military regime. This wasn't just a rich man's fantasy. It was a calculated plan by one of Southeast Asia's most powerful and reclusive rulers. And had it succeeded, football history and global headlines might have looked very different. It's 2008, and Myanmar is in turmoil. The Nargis storm has just devastated the country, killing tens of thousands and leaving millions homeless. The nation's leader, Than Shwe, has ruled with absolute control since 1992, presiding over a military junta notorious for its suppression. But under his serious image, Than Shwe has an unlikely obsession: football. Not just any football, but Manchester United, the reigning kings of the Premier League under Sir Alex Ferguson. His grandson, a die-hard United fan, shares this passion, and together they dream of something extraordinary. As Myanmar struggles, whispers begin to circulate in the regime's inner circles, a plan to bring Old Trafford under their control. By 2009, the idea took shape. Leaked U.S. cables, later exposed by WikiLeaks, revealed that Than Shwe is seriously considering a $1 billion bid to buy a 56% stake in Manchester United. That is about $1.47 billion in today's money, based on Forbes' valuation of the club at the time. The money is staggering. Coincidentally, it's the exact amount the United Nations estimated was needed to rebuild the country after Cyclone Nargis. But for Than Shwe, this isn't just about football. It's about power, prestige, and a chance to polish his regime's tarnished image on the world stage. His grandson, pushing hard for the deal, sees it as a way to cement their family's legacy. They imagine Manchester United as a glittering distraction from Myanmar's woes, a symbol of their influence. As the plan gains momentum, reality sets in. Even for a dictator, the optics of spending $1 billion on a football club while his people starve are impossible to ignore. Then Shwe himself begins to question whether it would look bad. He's right. Manchester United's global fan base would likely revolt at the idea of a military ruler in the owner's box, and international backlash would be swift. Quietly, Than Shwe shelves the bid. But his love for football and his grandson's insistence doesn't fade. Instead, he turns inward, ordering Myanmar's business elite to create a national football league to channel his ambitions. In January 2009, the cables reveal selected tycoons were summoned and told that Than Shwe had chosen them to own new professional football teams. They were to cover all costs: player salaries, housing, transportation, uniforms, advertising, and even build new stadiums by 2011, each costing around $1 million. Some teams were burning through $150,000 a month on salaries alone, while others had a staggering $2 million for the debut season. Players from across the world were brought in, even those from Brazil's Serie A such as Fluminense and Cruzeiro. And the grandson? He spent a short stint at one of the newly developed clubs. In the end, Manchester United never fell into Than Shwe's hands. The club continued its storied journey, untouched by this brush with a dictator's ambition. For Than Shwe, the dream of owning United gave way to a new football legacy, built on the backs of Myanmar's tycoons. It's a story of obsession, power, and a reminder that football's reach knows no bounds, not even the walls of a military regime. This is the untold story of Than Shui's audacious attempt to buy Manchester United. Could a dictator like him ever truly own a club of such stature? Maybe not in this world, but perhaps, in some parallel universe, Old Trafford echoes under a very different anthem.